Let me know if it fixed it. Qualifying underway. We're at Kansas Speedway tonight for the NextGen Cup Series presented by MyThreeSons. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the Stream Deck application for whatever reason. It's not picking up my hotkeys. Scene switching is going to be a little slow today, I think, but it shouldn't be too detrimental. Right now, Mark's at the top. Mark qualifying, playing with some filters also on the stream because that washed out look. I'm tired of looking at it. I think I got a filter going that looks pretty good. This 24 DuPont Chevrolet looks absolutely fire, as they say. Mark's got a great car. There's Bogado. Bogado qualifying right now on the track. We'll see what he tags. So he relegates him to 10th right now, still on the racetrack. We'll see if he can improve his time. Hayden Malcolm also, I think he just finished actually. So right now only Bogado. We missed most of qualifying, and I apologize. I usually like. Yeah, I'll take it. We'll get Mike at some point. We'll fix that. Usually I like covering qualifying. I was just messing with the Stream Deck application to hopefully fix my hotkeys, but they're not working, unfortunately. But no worries, we'll get through it. Bogado burning some laps here. I think he's just practicing now. There it goes. Hartung's gonna take the. Wait for everybody to pull up on the grid here. Man, I hope this filter looks really nice for you guys, because I absolutely love it. Everything really pops.
Can I be reminded when stages are?
I had to,
Thank you.
Keep that one. Super late, last minute. Really got home late. Apologize. Really rushing last second, but we'll get it in, like I said.
There you go. All the
everybody on pit lane
are issued out in the correct orders.
Waiting for everybody to grid. There you go. Some guys popping in. I'm gonna hit a refresh here on the trading paints. Make sure pair of Mountain Dew cars in the front. I'm just gonna hit a refresh on the paint here, just to make sure everybody's paint's up to date.
Not guilty.
Sure, there we go. Just let me know if anything's a little weird.
I'll be on top for this restart striker, if you know what I mean. Someone told Joe that we can hear us on the broadcast talking.
Awesome. Gonna have some good action here tonight. Looks like John's pulling off to the side. He's gonna. Oh, John's one of those drivers that has an EOL, so he's gonna get applied that. A couple other guys also have an EOL here. We'll see them relegate to the back as we see the field pull off. Go the field coming down the back stretch. Oh, they're with 3 and 4 now. We're well past the backstretch. A little laggy behind. We'll get up to date here. Pull up the old track map. My friend helps me figure out where they're at. As Hartung's gonna lead them off to the green flag. There's Barney with the flag in hand. Green flag's out. We're underway. 150 laps here at Kansas. My bad. I had my audio mixture crossed completely. There you go. I think I got it. So I know I'm being quiet. Stuff's being really weird right now. But I think I got it. Let me know if something's weird. I'll fix it. But 6 laps in, top 3 pulling away. Hartung leading the charge. Striker following behind John Ross. Those guys are really making headway here, pulling away. Delgado following suit. Delgado, one of our driving cams. We see these guys running the top, very fast at the top. Lots of momentum coming off the corner. Good way to run off the right rear, though. Right side tire. The car really leaning on that right side. You see Ross there taking a look underneath Striker. We'll take a look here with Delgado. There he is, very focused. Little wiggly there, so close to the wall. See the top 3 there on the apron, a couple guys behind Delgado. You can choose to go to the middle of the apron there, go under there, but if you're side by side 3 wide, I'd have you, the guy on the racetrack does not have to let you up. It can get pretty tricky there, especially late in the race. That guy might not give you that room as he did early on in the race. It's something these guys got to keep in mind about. Once you're on the apron, you're effectively off the racetrack. That's how they judge it here. Striker, another driver cam. There we go. Pops in the view there. running our third driver cam here. Oh, we got a yellow on the racetrack. We see, looks like NextGen back here, might be a part of it. Seires on the apron here, very slow. Take a look and see what's going on with these guys in the back. It's a little shaky start. We'll get going nice and smooth. Equipment not really cooperating here. We'll take a look at this yellow here. All right, let's see. Oh, wow. Nate sideways, or Nate askew now. You see the wheel. Seires completely sideways. We'll see. I think these guys probably got to, yep. Bigger getting loose up there, up top. Let's see. He gets a good run there on the outside of Seires, and then just breaks very loose. So he got tight coming off the corners, yanking the wheel. Car unloads, breaks loose. 31 saves them from completely going sideways into the wall. 19 saves it. Seires, I mean, unfortunately, it gets the brunt of that. Oh, man, that's a hard hit for the 31. That's a lot of damage there for the 31. He's going to be on pit road for a good while. This is a 1.5 mile track, so you can get a lot done there. But a lot of damage for the 31, unfortunately. We'll run through another look here. He's already sideways. We'll back up here a bit. Unfortunately, the 31 took the brunt of that, saved the 19 from hitting the wall. And it's so sudden. Those sudden ones, they're so startling for us as drivers, at least for me. I know a lot of us as well. We're just riding around, making a corner. All of a sudden, someone hits you. It's almost jarring. Unfortunately, Stefan Salas here on pit road very early, going into damage repair mode. I would honestly take the lap down and just let him pace around one more time. Wait for that stage break to come into play. I feel like he can get a lot of that fixed. I like Stefan here. He runs every race week in and week out. Gets a lot of experience. See the right side of the car a little bent up. Rocker panels all warped on that Toyota. Really feel bad for the 31. I hope he can get a lot of that fixed. Mark just coming out pit road in that 24 Jeff Gordon Chevrolet. Jeff Gordon, my driver, going. He retired and I quit Chevy and jumped to Ford. I was a Jeff Gordon fan, not a Chevy fan. The cars look good though. I think all the next gen cars are the best looking cars NASCAR has done it all for the sim. NASCAR has done it all for NASCAR. They look better than any generation of car, in my opinion. NextGen with some right side damage. You see that right front fender, a little wrinkled. Looks like he caught the wall at some point. Wentz here on pit road. Another Toyota there with you said. I don't know if you guys noticed that hood just popped. The very top left. It just popped into form, so he caught some damage from somewhere as well. But we're going green here. Salas still on pit road. He's gonna go another lap down. It looks like if he doesn't get going, but these guys are double file getting ready for the green flag. Hartung pulling off, or pace car pulling off. Hartung's pulling ahead here to start the restart. Green flag's out. Good jump for the inside line. Shout out to Jerry before the race saying he's going to win it. I believe it. But he's going to have some work to do here. He's backwards. He took a big old hit. Looks like he backed it up into the wall and then caught the right side. That spoiler's pretty bent up, but we'll see what's going on. Wow, 3 wide here on, I think they're on 3 and 4 right now here. We'll back it up a little bit. Koblenitz in the 13. Looks like Jerry sends it inside of the 42. The 20 follows him through here on the very bottom. And Jerry kind of slides up. They're coming off the corner. Looks like he got really tight. Coulter catches the wall. 13 slides up into the 42. And they get kind of pegged there against the wall. Yeah, there's the hit there to the spoiler. He was doing okay till he spun around backwards like that. Just very tight there. He just went straight there. He was making the corner. And then all of a sudden, the push is right there. It's game over. Take a look from Rayburn's point of view. The 3 wide just ahead of him. Contact. Got very tight there, middle of 3 and 4. Koblenitz taking a lot of damage there, still on pit road here. We jump back to live. There's Jerry Culver. Looks like he came in and got some damage fixed. That spoiler looks a lot better. The car looks a lot better. Koblenitz still sitting there, not exiting pit road. Mark getting some more damage, just coming off now. Went there. Salas back on the track there. Car looks a lot clean now. Hopefully he gets some cautions fall his way, get some laps back. Looks very good that Toyota now. A little bit of wobble there on the right side door, you can see it, but it's not as bad as it was. Single fire there. I'm gonna throw up a caution break here so I can sort out some of the mess I got going on. We'll be right back. One car. Welcome back here, double file working 3 and 4, 88 outside, 23 inside. Striker running that Patriotic Mountain Dew hard tongue on the inside, and the 23 running the traditional green Mountain Dew with the black stripes. Pace cars coming around to start the restart. Green flag's out, hard tongue, good jump for everybody. big mess there. Someone got into the wall just ahead of Striker. It's like Burke smacked the backstretch wall, and it's a complete jumble up here. Striker had to check up, not get into him. Everybody behind him, it's a complete dogfight right now. Mother there going hi everyone in the chat. Race here. Coulter Jr. running 12th right now. Sherry giving a hi to Coulter's mother there. Lots of action going on here. These guys fighting hard. Coulter running 12th here, just a 10th just ahead of him as we're working lap 23 right now. 3 wide there, almost 3 wide just ahead of him. Hartung completely gone, leading the way. There's John Ross. Delgado really gets the third, but under fire, 3 wide off the exit. The 88 Thornpangs, the 77 puts him in the wall. 4 wide going into 3. This might be a problem. They sorted out. Hammond there slides up very tight. Burke making headway there. Striker just a little all over the racetrack. Doesn't look like it's that detrimental for Cafferty there. 77 real tight against John there. Kind of a little touch here and there. Neither of them giving way. Looks like Cameron on the bottom and Striker on the top are trying to make it 4 wide. Big fight down the back stretch. Cars all over the place here. There's Hartung. There's the whole field where most of the battle's happening. A lot going on here. Going across the front stretch. The triangle here. Things are slowly starting to settle down. Just pit riding with Catherine right now. Striker just ahead of him. You see a little bobble there on the high side. Someone catches the wall. That's Michael Caffrey there. Rushing up against the wall. Cameron on the move now. 88-8 side by side. This guy's having a heck of a fight here. Striker's in 5th. Hammond trying to keep 5th. Looks like 88's going to use that momentum on the outside. Takes 5th. Hammond relegated to 6th under fire by the 20 now. Fight back here. There's Nathan Biggert with Robert Church just below him. Day ahead of him with Robert right below him. There's lots of battles going on the racetrack right now. It's cars everywhere. Good fight here. Hartung and Roz there are pulling away. Everybody fanning out on the back. Cameron gets by the 77 though with some great momentum up top using the 3rd lane. Cameron stuck in a little bit there, might open up for Day here on the outside looking to follow the 77. There's a trio battle up here. Striker falling back a bit now. They're actually catching up there to Delgado and Bork, who's trying to get underneath Delgado. That high line is really showing to really proving to show a lot of race speed here, but the question is how long can they keep the car up there and push that hard before it starts to break loose on them as the 88 gets around Bork. It looks like it's almost impossible to pass the bottom. Everybody's starting to single file out here. Just when we say that, it might start to pick back up again. Most of the field there up top, a couple stragglers in the bottom. There's Coulter Jr. in the 3, and Hayden Malcolm right behind him. DeCuna there in the Toyota Camry. Taking a peek here, Hayden trying to get underneath Coulter. We'll see if he can make it work. Doesn't look like it. And that's right there in the 40, lap or 2 down there. Trying to see if he can catch up to the front and get a lap back. but not sure. Oh, there's a caution here. Oh, that's our stage break, actually. Missed that. Hartung's going to be your stage winner. We look at our stage break here. It'll be lap 30. So 31, they just finished here. Hartung is your stage winner. 65 completion, lap 66 would be the next yellow for the stage, barring any natural cautions. 100% fuel as always with the default setup. The track dictates the generation, so how much track wear, how much grip there is on the racetrack. Racing in the afternoon with normal time acceleration, so I don't expect us to hit any lights, any sunsets, or nothing crazy like that. Just a normal race day at a 1.5 mile racetrack here in Kansas. With the temperature not pretty bad, it's actually pretty cold. Ambient temperature, there's a lot of humidity in the air. Wind not non-existent. The racetrack surface is only 88 degrees, so it could be a lot hotter. This is a pretty good racetrack. Typical cookie cutter stuff here. A normal traditional way that these guys are looking forward to right now. Pit stops are going to take place here. Hartung coming in. He's going to pull off with the rest of the field. Oh, Robert stays out. There's Wint staying out, trying to get a lap back, trying to get a wave around. A couple other stragglers back there. Looks like it was Rayburn also staying out. Everybody else coming in. They see them start to dive off. Pit stop's so important. Pit road contact shouldn't really happen under yellows. You see everybody stays to the right or your left of the screen. But it does happen. Pit box entry so important. You see Day there, the 52 car, a little bit askew. That causes the pit road crew to have to adjust to how the car's facing. It's angled, and that's milliseconds, split seconds time you lose. Day winning the race off pit road, almost a drag race for second. Delgado gets that one. Ross in third. Hartung coming out fourth off pit road as everybody else fouls out. See a couple guys back there still in their box getting some more work done. Rechkin, one of them. Koblenet's there to the very top of the screen. The other. So we're going to take a quick break. Robert staying out with Rayburn will be your top two. First and second, the front row. I'm going to work on some more stuff with Purette Peck. Welcome back here to Kansas Speedway, top 2 on old tires. We'll see how it works out for them as Rayburn on the outside is going to start us off. Green flag is out. Looks like they have some good starting pace there. We'll see how aggressive the guys behind them are going to be now. Oh, right there in the middle of the corner. It's a big jumble in the back now. There's Striker, I think it looks like it might have been Striker. They're spinning mid-corner and everybody avoids them. It completely separate. In the rear, thank you for letting me know. The back line here, Delgado leading the way. Robert's relegated to second. He's got quite a queue behind him. Rayburn there on passing underneath. 98 in the wall. Let's Hammond by Hartung. Ross is going to follow Hartung through. We'll see how his strategy works out for the 98. He's going to have another set of tires. Thinking Rayburn. I was going to say he might have pitted early before the last break, but these guys are catching him as well. So same strategy there with the 98. Delgado here leading the charge. Oh, a little free there on exit. Hammond very aggressive there. Hartung right behind him. Three wide there with Coulter. Saw it there on the quick snapshot of the corner. He sorted out. Three's going to get by the 98. Cameron there behind Robert. Robert's car with some older tires is going to start to drift up into that third lane. See how aggressive Cameron is. He's being a lot patient here. And Day just behind him. Looks like Hartung starting to catch the 41. There's Caffrey and Striker. Redskin back there. Looks like he got some more damage. Mark Redskin, that right front was pushed up. Striker just trying to hang on here. Behind Burke. Dakuna, bigger. Robert's there, still falling back pretty steadily, but he should be okay. Not going a lap down before the next stage, which is completion of 65. Robert's on a strategy to save an extra set of tires. He's going to have some work to do, though, to make his way up the front, which is, we've seen him do plenty of times. He usually starts in the back to go for the hard charger award, so something he's completely accustomed to. No stranger there, coming from the back to the front, the 98 is. Something he can definitely do. Raymond there in 8th, doing a good job hanging on with those older set of tires. Top 3 pulling away, though. Oh, not quite. It looked like they weren't here on the ticker. There's Delgado in the middle of the trial oval. Hartung taking a peek on the outside. Not quite there. He should get the momentum here on the exit. See him side by side. He's going to start to surge ahead here. There he is. All that run off the corner, that momentum on the outside. There's so much banking up there. It just shoots you out. You get another burst of speed. Coming off the exit, you're pretty much flat out already. Hartung takes the lead here in stage 2 for the time being. Delgado relegated to 2nd. Side by side with behind him here, Ross and Hammond. Ross taking a peek on the inside of Hammond. Looks like he's just about to clear him. Slots in right between the 41 and the 8. And there's Coulter Jr. doing a great job in 5th place here. Slowly making his way to the front. It smacks the wall. Heard him completely lift off the throttle. He's going to lose a spot here to the 20. Again, it taps the wall. Coulter just trying to hang on to it now, just get his rhythm back. It doesn't look like he hit it that hard. See him wiggle. You can even see the tires there. That's something I don't really notice on ovals. You see them turn that much there coming off the exit. That car looks like it's freed up a ton for the number 3. Relegated to 6 now. Still doing a good job at the top 10. Hartung pulling away. Ross is closing up though. Not by Delgado just slapped the wall. I'm absolutely loving this new filter. It really puts some vibrance into the sim. I hate that washed out look RAC has. I just can't get over it. It really makes the colors pop, especially those metallic schemes like this metallic pink Ross has, or that metallic green Hartung has. I absolutely love it. About 15, 16 to go here for the second stage. We'll see if Ross has anything for Hartung. Mewell in the back here. Not even quite the back, middle of the pack. 8th place here. Robert Church under fire by Burke. Burke trying to get to 8th. Gets a good run off the exit there. Surges hit about half the car length, but Church trying to have something here way up on the high side. Doesn't look like it's quite there for the number 5. Burke clears the number 5. Bigger taking a look. Looks like Coulter falling back a bit, might have burned up his car, but being very gentle there. 53 gets around the 3. Striker making big gains here. Back up to 12th after that slide in the corner. The amazing part was nobody hit him. He completely went from the top to the bottom of the track. Everybody avoided it, which is a great sense of driving by the crew. Mark Redkin back here with Caffrey. These riding guys right to the back. Redkin, it looked like he hit the wall. I don't quite recall noticing that damage on the right front. Besides mentioning it earlier, but before that point, it looked like it was just the fender. The rest of the car looks okay here. He's just trying to get the stage and get some more damage repaired. They're right behind Wet there, who's back on the lead lap. Caffrey all the way to almost to the apron in the corner. Gets back on the track there. These guys behind him, number 40. Steph Gonzalez looks like he's out of the race now, as you see a good bird's eye view of the racetrack. It's a fairly big facility and a good, nice looking one. Nice split view for you guys. So we check back in with the trio in the back. These guys, they're fighting for 19th place, but every place counts, even if it's second to last. So that's points. That's points for the end of the race. That's 1 point you might have needed. 1 point you could be out of the playoffs from. Every point matters, even if it's for second to last. to get another point there. These guys duking it out. Hartung still up top. Looks like it's kind of evened out here for Ross. We take a look to Ross, and it looks like Ross is quicker the last 5 times. Look at this one. They're in they're dead heat this time by completely running the same lap time. Theoretically, iRacing does go farther than the third decimal, but to us, that's a tie. And that's interesting because Ross is running the bottom of the racetrack, which will save some tire. Hartung all the way up the top, almost against the wall, but while in that third lane. And looks like Ross really close to gap there on the bottom. He's definitely found something. See Hartung just slightly quicker that last time by. Those guys doing a great job. There's John Hammond, Delgado, and Cameron. Burke here fighting with Nathan Biggert. Biggert to the top. Burke hanging on the bottom side of the racetrack very well. Looks like Biggert not quite clear on. There he goes. He's going to stay to the top. Burke might slide in. Oh, Biggert, a little wall tap there. I think it was. I saw a really static movement there. And oh, look at that momentum just off the corner. I think Burke just checked up there. There's Stryker now. Cracked the top 10 in 8th. Absolutely amazing job bouncing back here. He's got a couple cars in relative close position ahead of him. He can definitely aim for more spots. Rayburn here in 10th place, doing a good job on all tires. Excuse me, there, had to clear my throat. There's the 74. Doing an excellent job hanging out to 10th on all tires. As we check back here, there's Caffrey and Hayden Malcolm just outside the top 10. Day trailing Robert Church just ahead of him. Day might have something for the 5 here as he takes a peek. Church way up the racetrack. That bottom line, if you can really get it down, will be the quickest way around with saving some tires. Those guys up top might be very fast, but it's definitely going to come back to them. Day here underneath the 5. He should clear him here on the exit. Like he is. Battle here, Jerry and Caffrey. Jerry up against the wall. Caffrey gets around him there. Very tight. Looks like the 13 might have a charge. Not quite. Not quite there. Coulter Jr. here really falling back now. He definitely looks like burned some of that rubber up. Hopefully something to think about for the final stage going back here for the number 3. See how quickly he can charge and how long he can hang on. Maybe be a little more patient with the tires on the last run. As there's Craig Jr. under. Oh, a little wiggle there for the 3. And Craig Jr. just getting around in there. That's for 15th. Craig Jr. takes. Guys back here, Mark Richkin will be your last car on the lead lap. And there's Wyatt Witt there. Just waiting for the stage break to come to get another free pass. Ross has closed up to the 23, has all but caught him now. Just about a car length and a half in between these guys with laps winding down. Only 4 to go for the stage. I think Ross might have something for a Hartung. Takes a look inside, still running the bottom. 23 way up top. Lots of ground gain there for the 44. 3 laps to go for the stage. Still about the same though. Looks like he's a lot closer actually. He's effectively a car length in between now. See the 44 check up a bit just to get the car to rotate. Now in the middle of the track this time. Loses ground there on the 23 that time in that corner. See the gap between them. 44 goes all the way to the white line here. Absolutely great car control makes a ton of ground, slides the car up the track for some speed. We're back to where we were here with 2 to go. Fight back here. Striker getting around Burke, and he just passed John Hammond, who's behind Burke, as well as Nathan Biggert. The 88 absolutely on a tear. That might be as high as he can get here. Coming to the white flag for the stage. Top 5 for the 88 is going to look like. There's the battle for third here. Cameron in the inside of the 41. White flags out for the stage. 23 leading the charge. 44 still trying to get to him. Still side by side. 20-41. A little wall contact there for Delgado. It's going to cost him a bit, though. Looks like he's surging. That's the high side surge we told you about. That momentum coming off. He caught the wall a little bit and still surged ahead of him, but it's going to be Hartung coming off. Turn number 4, wins stage number 2, followed by John Ross. Side by side at the line, though, and it looks like it was Delgado who just caught that. I was trying to switch to it. Sorry about that. Delgado just caught that third place finishing position as the rest of the field comes by. There's Roberge. I might be mistaken. The notes say 65. I need to double check because the top 10 are definitely past start finish line. This is one of those yeah, it looks like it's not 65 as obviously as we're still turning laps here. I'm not too sure when the second stage is. Give me a second. Alright, just confirmation there. It is 70, lap 70, so it is approaching quickly here as Ross is starting to drop off from Hartung. Looks like he really burned him off here, trying super hard to catch up to the 23. Cameron Dario does get around Delgado. Delgado again there, really pushing hard, gets a little bit of a wall there on that one. Focus there on the 41. Striker just behind Delgado. Triples there with a top monitor for some information. Now coming around, there's Hartung. Will be your stage winner, Ross. Dario does get around. Oh, yeah, I thought that was Delgado. That's Ryan Wynn. Dario does get around Delgado, who just went by. There's Striker in 5th. Biggert 6th. Burke or Aburn in 7th. Hammond and Dacuna, top 10 for Dacuna. He's doing great every race. He gets a little better. I believe this is his first top 10 in a stage. Just big shout out there to the 43. Also part of Team Never Quit, or hashtag No Quit. Usually brings the car home in one piece. Guys are going to get ready to come down pit road. See the whole field coming down pit road now. Oh, Ryan went way up in the grass. Something up with him. Looks like he reset. Or now he's off the track. Just a lot of problems there for him. Looks like. See the race off pit road. Almost a three-way race off pit road. 3 wide. Hartung gets it. Delgado gets a spot over Cameron. Looks like Cameron Dario might have a speeding penalty. We'll check up on that. Striker goes into 3rd. And yes, it looks like Cameron is getting a speeding violation. That's an EOL end of line from 2nd to all the way to the back behind everybody, including the lap cars. Cameron trying to get everything he can off pit road and got a little too much this time. Plenty to the back of the field there. We'll look to him and see how he can relegate or recover those spots. Little glitch there. Apologize. Everybody starting to close up there. We're gonna take a second here. Last stage here. Hartung, Delgado. Good jump for everybody. Little bobbly there. We see everybody start to charge here. Should be a fairly good run to the end. See who's aggressive, who wants that win. Johnson taking the charge here in the second stage. Pit window pretty much open here within the 10 laps, but we'll see how long they go on these tires and who's going to kick off the party there to pit road. Stryker completely recovering from that spin earlier. Looks like he's going on the charge here for the 23. We'll see if he's got something for Hartung and if he can keep and take the lead. Delgado here in third, being hounded by Jeremiah Burke, taking a peek on the inside. 41 to the outside. 41 might get the drive off around the corner up top. He's going to go to the high side there, and he's going to start to charge here. Coming off the corner as Burke has to slide up, and Delgado's already going straight with that momentum. He almost completely clears Burke. Looks like he does. But Burke's not going to give up, and there's Dave right behind him watching the battle unfold. Burke gets around the 41. Bigger right behind Day. A big party here. These guys really going at it. Ross in front of this group. Caffrey up top. Hammond's going to make it 3 wide. That might not work here. Not quite there. Just above John. Not Hammond. Cameron. Apologize. It looked like a 3 wide from that angle. They weren't quite next to Caffrey. 20 clears the 8 underneath the 77 now. Coulter Jr. coming down pit lane now. Coming off pit lane. I think he got a spin. That looks a little weird for pit lane. Yeah, there you go. He spun off the corner, it looks like. We'll run it in. That's an odd one, honestly. It looked like his car was very loose, and we saw that earlier. He did cut across the pit lane, so that's going to be a violation. There he is coming back into pit road. Definitely a hold penalty for the 3. First and second completely checking out from third, fourth, and fifth here, fighting it out. There's Burke, Delgado, Day right below, or not quite there, next to Delgado. As everybody else here kind of follows suit. Good fight here between first and second. Stryker keeping up with the 23. It's been a car length pretty much since they checked out. The 88's being very patient here, just waiting for his time. Gets a lot of ground that time. Down to the apron, all the way to the grass. Gets a little bit more. Now they're side by side. Not quite there. I thought he was going to make it. Back to the top for the 88. Gonna give a quick reset to SDK here. Now it's being a little glitchy as the overlay might stutter for a moment. Go Coulter Jr. Still on pit road. That might be calling it. I don't think the penalty's that long. There he goes. It looks like it was. He was in there for a good minute, a hot minute. First and second pulling away. Good battle here for 4th place. Jay's still working on Delgado. Burke hasn't really checked out from these guys, being very patient with those tires running the bottom. Delgado all the way to the top towards the wall. And Ross is catching as well as Cameron. These guys are catching these guys side by side. Michael Caffrey under fire by John Hammond. I think Caffrey just caught the wall. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it definitely heard some scraping. It looks like that might be the case. Hammond makes a pretty good pass. There's Robertscher running 10th with an extra set, as well as Rayburn, I believe. The Kuna here just outside as we cycle through the field. Jerry Culver there in 15th. Craig Jr. in 16th. Robert Church here with Rayburn down 17th and 18th. And Mark Retchkin here about to be lapped about half a corner ahead of the leaders. Kind of struggling today, it looks like. He's usually does really good towards the middle to the top of the field, but really having a hard time at Kansas. It seems like he got a lot of that damage, though, fixed. Coulter here back on the racetrack, trying to turn some laps. Oh, Ross there, you saw a transition very late. Ross, car very upset, slides up the track, hangs onto it. Want to back that one up, and we can take a look. Oh, it looks like he got into it with Hammond. A good thing we took a look. Man, something we missed. There's Hammond, shoots inside, cuts across in front of Ross. They end up 3 wide, and they go there. Ross really muscled his way. That's why he got free. He muscled his way. That was Day, apologize. Muscles his way up on Day, and that's what we talked about earlier. If we back it up just a bit, you can go on the apron, but that guy above you does not have to let you back on the track. And it doesn't look like Day had any intentions, but Ross just completely muscled him up. And Day did not like that. I think he took a little shot at Ross, if you will. Looks like Coulter with some more problems there on the road course part of the track. A big slide, got some damage in the right front. He's on the that was interesting. I think he was on some part of the road course. We'll take a look and see what happened to Coulter Jr. there. Also really shows they're doing pretty good early on. What was really struggling now. We'll see what happened. Being as smooth as it usually is, or smooth as I like. It's really it's kind of a jittery kind of day, I guess. You have one of those days where you're just completely off. I guess today's my day, but we're getting it. This is weird here. It looks like he just drove into the road course. I don't think he's out of fuel because there's the engine. This is really odd. Just drove into the road course part of the track. Something happened, I guess, on pit road. Oh, there's a wreck there. Retchkin, Hartung's in it. What happened here? It looks like on pit entry with Retchkin and Hartung, there's a lot of damage there on the front of Retchkin's nose. Hartung might have gotten away with it because he was on the right side door. Mark Retchkin was. There's some damage there to the right. Wow. Hartung involved here. It looks like, I guess, on pit entry. We'll see. This has a look of a fake out gone wrong. There's Hartung, and he goes up and he gets loose and slides in front of Mark Retchkin, who completely nails him on the door. That's the transition coming into play here again. Redskins, just some bad luck again here. Nothing completely of his doing. That might be a penalty, possibly. I'm not too sure for Hartung. I don't think so because it's technically not a yellow, but that's something. Redskin was supposed to be getting the lucky dog. I'm not sure if he will now. We'll ride around with Mark Redskin. There he goes, getting the wave around right now. There's Hartung, gets loose there, faking out, and it's Mark. Poor Mark, just nowhere to go. Excuse me there. Right on board with Hartung. This is a surprising mistake here. That banking is not quite as pronounced here, but oh, there you go. He goosed it. He gassed it on the apron. There was absolutely no grip down there. With old tires, he completely just spun himself out. Wow. What a crazy turn of events here. There's Hartung on pit road, just trying to get a bunch of damage fixed. Redskin also on pit road. Looks like that front end is completely messed up. I feel bad for Mark. Striker will inherit the lead now. That was interesting, that one.
I don't think we're going. Looking for some debris up here.
Looks like they're going another lap, and they're giving a lap here to Mark Redskin, who got stuck on pit road, getting damage fixed. We're going to give him another wave around, get him back on the lead lap due to the issues there with Hartung. And Hartung is going to get an EOL end of line here behind everybody, including lap down cars for that incident on pit entry. That's pretty, I think, the right call. He made a mistake and caused what effectively is a crash. So Hartung's going to be relegated to the tail end here. There goes Mark Redskin coming around. And this is going to put everybody on par with everybody else to set themselves to finish out the race. They should be able to make it here on fuel. Now the tire sets, it's a different story. We know Rayburn and Roberge have an extra set just in case. Not too sure about the other guys, how they're going to fare. These guys with a good amount of laps left, about 49 when we go green, 48 or so. They're going to have to take care of their equipment. They will have to take care of the tires, or they're going to start to fade pretty quick. As we see Redskin caught up here back on the lead lap. We'll see how aggressive Colby Hartung is here in the 23. Is your pole sitter with the very costly mistake there on pit entry, doing a fake out or attempting one. I'm not too sure. I did say this will let everybody finish the race. I think a lot of them stayed out there as we're reviewing the wreck now that I recall. We'll see how it goes here, how the strategy plays along. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight here on Friday night for the NextGen Cup Series presented by MyThreeSons here at Kansas Speedway. Appreciate all the sponsors, Admin Box, Humble Bundle, who just jumped on board. Dubby, Fuego Paints, all these guys here, Track Racer.
Green flag.
Tracker choosing the outside, gets a good jump on Delgado on the inside as the field roars on. Oh, big contact there. I think Day was in it. Or it looks like Hammond is really shuffled up the field. Someone caught the wall and shut down. It looked like a green car to me. Might have been Hammond or Day. I think it was Hammond. Looks like they relegate here. Get everything organized. I'm going to back it up real fast and see what happened. Quite about 3 wide here. Burke about puts Bigger into the wall. Bigger with the good run on the outside. Man, lots of contact going on here. Bigger with the big run on the outside. Burke sliding up the track and doing the natural line. Bigger really stuffing, forcing his way up there. Burke moves down, gets into Hammond, a little bit of net code, but I think they would have made contact there. Contact back there 3 wide, as well as Roberge got some of Delgado, and Hammond mows the grass a bit, but does a great job hanging onto the car. And we're going to look at some hands here and how quick they are to keep this car straight. Just a quick flick to the right to catch it, back straight, back on course. Great recovery by Hammond. That could have been a lot worse. As there's John Hammond still in the fight. Right now in 11th place in the field. Moves on. Ross has assumed the lead during all that commotion and is starting to check out, but this is the longest part of the race. We still got a couple pit stops, I believe, coming. So we'll see if Ross can hang on to that pace. He has been one of the faster guys there, able to keep up with Hartung. And Hartung having to find his way through the field. He's up to 6th now. It's going to get a little more difficult here as he goes on, but the flip side of his quick movement here is he's using up more tire here than the other guys, I believe. He's really putting the pressure there on the car, on the right sides, the right rear. Running the high line is a complete pack of wolves here, side by side. For a couple rows, there's Day watching the action. Jumping forward again, Caffrey leading this, or Bigger leading this pack. Caffrey jumped right behind him. A little blink for Day. Hartung underneath Delgado, still making charge. Headway as he's going to be side by side with Stryker. They're in 3rd place. Hartung might start to take over that. We're just going to see how long he can keep this pace up as the 88 goes wide and gives way. 41 taking a peek at the 88, not quite there. Relegates back in line. Single file now here as Caffrey's got to look at Jason Day on the outside. Koblenitz here back on the lead lap outside of Mark Redskin. Mark the front nose completely pancaked there. See if we get to work on that car, but still doing a good job here in 15 position. As we head towards the back of the field, there's Hayden Malcolm just ahead of Devin DeCuna. And Craig Jr. there in 18th as Church is coming down pit road. Looks like Church has some right side damage. I'm not sure if that's recent. We'll back it up. He's definitely going to go a lap down. It looks like he might have some suspension damage as he's way off the pace here. Don't see that. Looks like that might have happened earlier. I thought he caught the wall there, but he's on pit road now. As we jump back to the front here, Don Ross leading the way. Robert takes over 2nd. Hartung in 3rd. Stryker relegating to 4th. As we got a battle here for 5th with almost 3 wide. Rayburn making massive gains here. Gets underneath Cameron. Cameron backs up above Day. Good battles by this pack here. Stryker leading the charge in 4th. Delgado takes a look. Bigger way up against the wall. Take a look for Stryker's bumper cam. Coming down the backstretch. Delgado thought he was going to go across Rayburn's nose, and they're going to be 3 wide coming off the corner as Rayburn is really pushing the envelope. 3 wide now down the travel. Day follows Rayburn through. We'll see if they let him back up. They do. Delgado shoots up the track to give him some room. and they sort it back up to 2 wide. The striker continues to fall off a bit here by design, I believe. Rayburn takes over leading this pack. Dave follows in second. Delgado still trying to make some headway as Day and Rayburn are 4th and 5th respectfully. Top 3 still pulling away. There's John Ross across the stride through travel. Robert's right behind him. And here's the second pack. Still fighting it out. Day taking a look on the outside of Rayburn. Delgado way up against the wall. We cycle back towards the field. There's a good battle here. Hammond on the inside of Jerry Culver. Now falls out a little bit as the mark is still pretty quick. That you can see how flat that nose is from some of these angles, and that's just air hitting a flat surface. It's definitely slowing the car down, but he's still doing pretty good here with that damage there. You see the other cars, they got the rounder shape on the front of the nose, and it lets the air, it almost cuts through the air. It's real pointy at the very tip, so the car can slice through the air as best as possibly can. Jerry caught the wall a little bit there. Almost gets it to Hammond. It's just aerodynamic body work there, so they can move through the air as efficient as possible. Flatter surface will not do that, as we all know, but Mark Redskin doing a great job here, keeping pace with these guys in 13th right now. Culver falling back a bit. There's Jeremiah Bird. Well off the pace here. We'll see if he can pick it up a bit, if he's just hanging back a little bit. Hayden Malcolm here with a clean number 83 Apex Chevrolet, as well as Devin DeCuna here, and Craig Jr. rounding out the field in number 94 Ford. Very patriotic here race car for Craig Jr. As Ross is starting to pull away from Robert, and there's Hardtongue with a good gap from Robert, about 2 seconds off of the 98. See how long those tires can hold off, and when these guys who are saving a bit start to pull away, as Biggert has got into the inside of Stryker. Let's take a look here, see how aggressive the 19 is. McCaffrey gets a big chunk of the wall. Colbinetz has to do some evasive action. Right on board with Michael Caffrey. He absolutely pancaked the wall here. Got very tight off the exit. Pretty good shot here. Lifts the car a little bit here. The RPM rev up. Keeps on going. Yeah, that patriotic car is really good, right? Oh, there's a spin there. Bigger gets turned in front of Stryker, and Colbinetz is in it. They were 3 wide. Across the travel, 88, 19th backwards. The Stryker. Colbinetz completely destroys the front end, hitting the wall. And it's going to shuffle up the field there. There's a lot of damage to the 44 as it resets. Stryker, front right damage. The words are getting to me here. Right front suspension. Look at that wheel. It's completely destroyed off the toe link. Lots of damage here. He's going to be spending a lot of time on pit road. As there's Nathan Biggert, I think, who really got away with one. There's the front end's kind of pushed up, but it's not that bad. And if it's any indication by Redskin, it shouldn't harm the car that much. Colbinetz and Stryker really get the worst part of this deal. Look at the cockpit view, and the steering is very static, so that tells me he's usually iRacing freezes up like that. Look at the front left tire. He's turning that way to keep it straight. The sim won't represent that after lots of damage. You can see it's just not moving at all, and we know he's moving the wheel. Take a look from his onboard. Look at how much he's got it turned. His right hand's on the top. 12 o'clock. This car is absolutely destroyed. That suspension's gone. See Stryker Cup coming down pit road. Everybody else now pulling off pit road. Who pitted Ross and Hartung staying out. A lot of these other guys who took some service, got some fuel done. There's a Striker. He's going to be sitting there for a while. We'll take a look at that wreck here and see what happened to these guys. Looks like maybe Striker caught the wall. We'll go a little slow pace here. He got free. I think he caught the wall there. He's pulling it off. Back it up here. No, looks like he just got free there on the exit. It's already over rotating. No, he does smack the wall. Bounces off the wall and gets into bigger. And, oh, there was netcode there. Let's rewind it. I think he was going to be okay, and netcode finished him off. The Striker there. Super tight on the outside. Smacks the wall. Car's okay. Catches it going straight. It looks like they were going to be okay, but netcode decides otherwise. And there they go. Coblin, it's just a hard, massive hit. Look at that red front tire. It's completely disconnected from the car. Just a big melee here that netcode really made worse than what should have been, but that's how it goes sometimes. Covenants gets a good run on the outside. Tracker gets really tight here and just bounces off the wall. I believe they were going to be okay, but there's Burke completely locked up the tires. We saw with his onboard. Immediately jumps on the brake. Coblin just destroys the car, hitting the outside and jumps the pit road. Lots of damage here. There's the 41, the 88, 44 Church on pit road there. The Biggert on the racetrack there with the front end just telephone pole that looks like just completely pushed in. But green flag's out. Ross leads the way. Hartung comes back in second. These two guys stayed out. We'll see if they can keep up with the pace here. There's a lot of guys to tires here this time. Last time by 23 pulling ahead. Culver a little bit slow on that inner line. Checks up Delgado as they're gonna jump. He's gonna jump to the outside, open up the door for Hammond. Day absolutely on a tear, challenging for second. Three wide there. Looks like Hammond's going to go on the inside. Not quite. Three wide. It's going to follow Day to the inside of Hartung. Culver sliding up here. They're going to be three wide. Delgado gets the wall. They might have a problem here. Burke moves up a lane in front of Caffrey. They're going to sort it out. Lots of action going on as Hartung's starting to fall back a bit here. We'll see if Dario can get around him. There's Ross just ahead of Day. Absolutely anybody can win this race still. Side by side, there's Cameron Dario inside of Hartung. Hartung's not going to give anything up. And it's a big mess back here with these guys 3 wide off the corner. Robert's completely checks up. A little bit of contact there with Hayden Malcolm. Robert starting to fall back a bit there. Loses a little bit of momentum. We'll look at that one. Looks like they're 3 wide all the way through the corner. Robert sends his nose in between these guys. Hayden Malcolm on the bottom. Hayden drifts up there. It looks like Robert's got a little loose. They just did a little tap there. And Bigger super loose there. I think a little anticipation for that contact. As these guys are still fighting it out. Hayden Malcolm leading Rayburn. Robert, Redskin there doing a great job in 12th place with that front end damage. Bigger here towards the back there. We'll see if he can recover with some of that damage. It doesn't look as bad as Marks there as he's on the inside of Jerry. Just gets back on the racetrack as Day assumes the lead. Ross really falling back. Dario following suit. There's Hammond in third, Burke in fourth. Ross, one of those guys who stayed out with Hartung. They're falling back here. There might be 3 wide here in 3 and 4. Delgado in the middle, Caffrey in the bottom. Hartung's to the top. Very tight there. The 41 has to really yank the wheel to not get into the 23, and they sort it out. They're coming off the 4, usually funnels out and gets really tight there. Good job by those guys. Hartung doing a great job holding this pack off, as Delgado's really trying to make some moves here. Good battle here. Cameron's really tucked up against the 52 of Jason Day. Hammond still following suit. They're trying to catch up to these two. Really waiting for a moment for him, but it's a big melee back here as Hartung's going to force his way 3 wide in between the 44 and 77. They're both going to go past Ross as he gets turned up against the 44 and hits the wall pretty much head on. Craig Jr. finishes him off a little bit, and there goes Hartung. I thought he disconnected. He blinked a bit. It looks like Caffrey got a little bit into the 23, and it sends him across the 44's nose. That's going to be a yellow. As I don't think Ross got a lot of damage, but Hartung is definitely front edge destroyed. Looks like iRacing repaired some of the car for him. Lucky him, but that front end is still pretty beat up. We'll look at that one here. My hotkey stopped working. Sorry about that. It came back to life a little while ago, and it just died again. We'll take a look at the action that happened here on the racetrack. Hartung completely forces a 3 wide here, which is perfectly fine in the late goings of a race. But you see he muscles his way in between the 44 and the 77 on the inside. And there's enough space there as he muscles Caffrey a little bit low, and then I think Caffrey drifts up a bit, gets into the 23's left side door. See right there. I thought he did. I thought they made contact. It doesn't look that. Everybody just trying to take the natural line. I thought Caffrey made contact with him, but he didn't. No, I think Hartung did maybe a reaction there. Came up a little bit too high into John Ross. And then Craig there just cannot get on the brakes there quick enough. Gets into the front of the 23. So these guys just trying to get that arc into turn 1, but there's not enough room there. Oh man, this Craig Jr. there with the last shot to Hartung. See, he hits the brakes and went straight. Might have a lot of front brake bias on his car. He completely jumped on the binder there and just went straight on him. Let's take a look from Caffrey's point of view. Harton definitely got the worst end of that deal. Absolutely fantastic job by Judah and Mark back there to not get into that melee. Just insane action there going on the racetrack. There's Crowley Hartung back on the track. These guys are double file one to go. We'll see if he can have, or they're not double file one to go. They're two to go right now. We'll see him maybe pull back up onto the pit lane, get some more damage. There's a lot of damage on that car. See it right there in his cockpit, that steering wheel just to the right. Lots of suspension damage. I don't expect him to be up to speed here at all. Just trying to finish out the last 16 laps as we're almost heading to the final leg of the race. You see Craig Jr.'s wheel here, a more reasonable position with everybody else. Hartung just trying to finish the race at this point, but not going to be a contender for the race win tonight. As Day's going to head off the win here. Potentially Cameron Dario to his inside. Day chooses the outside. Leader gets a lane choice on restarts, and he believes the outside is definitely going to be faster. And it definitely has that outside line. It is very, very quick. Very quick. Ross, one of those guys who was able to make the inside work, unfortunately, on pit road. Looks like his damage was a lot worse than we thought. Fortunate for the 44, and Robert Church looks like blew up there on pit road. As we're getting ready for the green, Barney with the flag in hand, 15 to go. Green flag's out. Day heads the helm here. Wide here for second place. Cameron on the inside. John Muscles his way. Lots of contact there. Little door rubbing never hurts there as Cameron gets relegated to fourth spot. John Hammond on the inside of Jeremiah Burt. That was great driving by those guys. Really pushing the pressure with just 14 laps to go. They sorted out here. Cameron on the charge now with Burt. John Hammond on second. Everybody chasing Jason Day as the rest of the field follows suit. The field straight across the finish line. Might have another three wide. Caffrey up here. Caffrey running sixth. Hayden Malcolm door to door with Jeremiah Burke. With Brian Rayburn. I was looking at Burke's relative here on the screen. Rayburn on the inside of Hayden. Looks like he's going to make the pass, but Hayden Malcolm should get the runoff. And there's Cameron Dario. There might be another three wide here. As Caffrey's putting the charge late on here in the race. Top two are very well in striking distance as Hammond's closing in today. Caffrey on the inside of Delgado, and Delgado's making a ton of headway here on the outside. Absolutely really pushing Burke down the backstretch there. We just caught the frame there as he backed off a bit. But it's going to even out here with Cameron Dario coming back to the inside as they funnel out of forward. Caffrey smacks the wall there. Hayden, Malcolm, and Rayburn. A little bit of contact there just as they exited the frame. Rayburn pulls ahead of Malcolm. Day here has a 0.3 second gap over Hammond. As Delgado gets by Burke there on the outside and has a massive run here. He's ripping the top right now with Cameron also jumping to the top of the outside of the 53. We see the field funnel out here, coming out of 4. Lots of action here. There goes Dave leading the charge. Jerry leading that second pack. Under fire by Chris Roberge. Jerry in 9th place here, just inside the top 10. Jerry with the absolute great bounce back there. Lots of adversity at the beginning of the race. Doing a great job. Part of hashtag team no quit. Oh, a little free on the exit. Hang on to it. Might open up the door for Nathan Biggert there. Not quite close enough. Biggert gets 10th there over Chris Roberge. Still a big fight back here. Hammond and Day are pulling away. Cameron Dario side by side with Delgado. I thought they were about to touch. 41 outside of the 20. Delgado really putting the pace here on the top of the racetrack. Not giving way. Oh, Cameron gets into the 41. 41 does a great job keeping it straight. Good job by the 41 there. And it lets everybody else close up to him. Burt jumps to the top. It's getting dicey here. We have the makings of another crash right now. It looks like it. Caffrey comes out the winner. 3 wide back here. Rayburn and Burke are splitting the 20. 20 falls back here to a 7th spot. Caffrey pulling away now from this group here. Rayburn working, trying to work on Burke. 3 wide, Cameron back to the bottom. As they make the corner here, the 20 gets 2 spots in that corner. Cameron really pushing hard. Clears the 53 and the 74. Burke taking a peek there at the 20. Cameron slides up just a bit. Gets into the wall. That's going to give the 53 the spot, I believe. Rayburn is going to, I thought he was going to stick with the 53. He takes a peek. Burke shuts the door. Lots of action going on here. Still side by side. Coming around down the backstretch. Day leading. Hammond, Caffrey, Delgado. There goes everybody else. Oh, definitely don't want to tease him. He's doing a good job. 6 laps to go. The race is winding down. 5 to go. There's a Hartung there. And someone else just ahead of him as the field roars by. 5 to go here. Hammond trying definitely hard to catch Dave, but here comes Caffrey and Delgado on the top of the racetrack. Top 4 pulling away from Jeremiah Burke about half a second. Caffrey's going to take a peek at John Hammond. Not quite there. These guys are really closing into the top 2 right now. Oh! Hammond gets into Hartung. And it checks him up. Caffrey gets around him. Hammond really checks up on that one. Gets a big shot from Delgado. No one is giving room at all. Lots of contact on the racetrack. Hammond sends it into the inside. Caffrey now to second. We'll see if he has anything to catch. Day, who's well ahead of the mess happening behind him. It's an absolute dogfight here. Once again, 3 to go. Caffrey pulling ahead. John Hammond in 3rd. Jeremiah Burke there on the inside. Oh, Zoop. Delgado trying to get something on the outside. Hammond shuts the door. Delgado getting turned by Burke. Sideways. Cautions out with 3 to go. 41 locks it down. Hit the brakes. He stays off the wall. It was bound to happen. There was so much contact going on the racetrack. I would have been absolutely stunned if they made it back to the checkered. That's going to be a green-white checkered. Unfortunately, Delgado gets the short end of this stick, but the car still straight, still a one piece, still a chance to get some spots back from that. We'll look at that one, but there was so much action there on that I can't imagine we're done with the yellows. I think we'll expect another green, white, yellow here. I want to back up here. Ammon took an absolute shot. I think got stuck behind Hardtongue. Back it up real fast. There it is. Look from Hammond's point of view. Hardtongue is absolutely slow. He's so slow. He really shouldn't be on the racing surface at that point. He should be on the apron, in my opinion. These guys, there's absolutely no reason to be in front of any of these guys with 5 laps to go. In my opinion, he should just get on the apron. Let them race the racetrack. Hardtongue is absolutely off the pace. That's a no-go in my book. I would definitely be upset if that was me. We'll take a look here. Delgado ripping the top side. I think Burt just slid up into him a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, they got together. Take a lower, slower look at it. They just trying everything he can. Delgado's well next to Jeremiah Burke. They're pretty much side by side. Delgado's gonna clear him here. Burke very, very tight. You're pushing up the racetrack. Just everybody trying to get everything they can get, and Jeremiah Burke gets to the left rear of Delgado. Unfortunately, Delgado gets spun around, and there he goes. He did a great job keeping it off the infield wall, though, if there's any caveat to that. There's Day Caffrey Hammond in third. Green white checkered coming up. I don't think they're done. We might have another one. There's only 2 green white checkers, so if they wreck, we get one more try at it. They wreck again. That's it. That's all she wrote. We'll see if Day can hang off the our Aussie friend in the 77 in the green machine. Michael Caffrey here running second place. He'll start on the either outside or inside. I imagine Dave's going to take the outside, as that top lane has really been fast. And the tire wear has not been that bad, as we mentioned earlier in the race. The track is fairly cold. The temperature's fairly cold here. The tire's not really that bad. It looks like you're really taking care of them. If anything, I'd pick the outside just to take that lane away from Caffrey. I would recognize he's so quick up there. We'll see what they choose here coming to the line. But, I mean, this race has been an absolute tear. Another phenomenal race these guys are putting on. Looks like Day is choosing the outside. Caffrey to the bottom. Couple of guys coming out pit road, or coming off pit road. There goes Mark Richkin, the trio here in pit road. Hardtongue pulling off. Ross stuck on pit road, as well as Stryker. They're just out for the day. Kolbenitz, and there's Church, Coulter, Ryan Winstead, and Salas last car on the leaderboard. Nathan Biggard, something happened to Nate. I didn't realize he was off the racing surface. We'll have to take a look after the race here, as you see him rolling or riding down the backstretch there, getting ready for the green flag. Hardtongue would be the last car on the lead lap right now, trying to catch up, going through into turn 1, and Retchen just ahead of him. Good looking car trying to get some spots back. It's going to be a good one. Hang on to something. These guys are going to get dicey. I don't think they're going to make it back, but we'll see. Caffrey is gonna have to put a big move here on Day. We might have another first-time winner as pace car is off. Barney's got the flag in hand. Day on the outside. It's gonna start him off here.
Green flag.
Green flag's out. Good jumper on the outside. Burke follows suit. They roar down into turn number 1. Caffrey's got a fight on his hands. Might be 3 wide. Oh, Caffrey muscles Burke out of the way. And that's going to open up the door for John Caffrey. Actually, absolutely just muscled him away. These guys are getting dicey. Coming down to the white flag. Caffrey looks like those tires are quite gone as he's stuck in the wall. White flag is out, and there's a wreck in. There's a yellow. Day does not see it. Burke's in the wall backwards, and we're going to have another caution. Burke absolutely saw the white flag just a couple hundred yards, and you see Barney there waving the white flag, or the yellow flag. Unfortunately, Burke in the wall backwards, back again with another wreck.
You got a good copy.
And it looks like he's owning up to that accident. We'll see what happened. He's got a lot of damage on that one. Caffrey fell off the pace a lot. Cameron Dario back into third. We'll take a look at that one. Wow, look at that. Cameron sideways. Caffrey. I think that's Hayden Malcolm behind Caffrey. Rayburn that's a picture right there. Let's back it up. 3 wide here. Caffrey stuck on the wall. He keeps it off the wall. They're side by side. Looks like Burke got tight again. A little bit of neck out there, but they got together nevertheless. Cameron sideways, almost completely hangs on to it. Malcolm gets a little bit of it. Burke really gets the worst end of that one. And man, everybody, wow, Craig Jr. almost destroyed Jeremiah there. Take a look here from Hayden Malcolm's point of view. A little bit of neck out there, but I think he was going to move up into him anyway. Almost destroyed Burke. There he goes. Wow, just good heads up there by Craig Jr. On board with Malcolm, gets a little shot by to Caffrey there. And everybody, that track just funnels you out. Rayburn got a little piece of it there. It should be okay. There's a major wreck there towards the end. There's a Hartung coming back around. Absolute mayhem here at Kansas. There's lots of action going on. Double foul here. These guys. John Hammond, this is Joseph News. You got me? Hey, John, lots of contact craziness going on. Late race yellow just before the white flag. Do you think you got something for day there? Awesome. John Hammond with the full send moment. I appreciate the quick update on your side and good luck. Hammond, I wanted to talk to him earlier, but again with some quick check here, as he's pretty much in full send mode coming off turn 4. Jerry in 11th. It's probably due to all the rest going on. Then 3 guys stuffed it in the wall. Jerry avoided that mess. We can take another look at it. His green flag's out. Day gets a big jump. Hammond all over the 8. Or Cameron all over the 8. Pushing him. Trying to get to the 52. Like he's just a bit off there as the field roars down the backstretch. He's going to have about a half lap to catch close in there as Jason Day's pulling away side by side for second. Or for third, Rayburn moves into third place as we're coming across the white flag. Jason Day gets it this time. John Hammond follows suit. Rayburn still working on trying to get third place for Cameron to top off a top 3 here. Mark really sliding down the backstretch, hangs onto it. Coming 3 and 4, third place, still fighting it out. Rayburn trying to work on Cameron, but it's going to be Jason Day coming in first, having a second. Cameron does get third over Rayburn, very, very free there on the inside of the apron as the rest of the field roars by. An absolute fantastic finish to the end of Kansas. Jason Day on top of the leaderboard for the win. There's absolute mayhem on the racetrack. Let's see what happened with Culver. See here. See all these cars just ahead of him. He's about 15th or so. But Culver misses this just melee that happened right here. He gets a good amount of cars, about 3-4 cars, 5 cars. Almost gets Rayburn there before the yellow comes out. A lot of spots he picked up right there. As Day is burning it down. He takes the win at Kansas. We'll let these guys do their thing, sort it out. Absolutely amazing, amazing race. Lots of action, lots of tempers there on the radio. Just a lot of stuff going on here and craziness towards the end. Day looking at the white flag just ahead of him. Having to do it one more time. We're going to throw a quick break, let everybody get their bearings, and we'll talk to these guys here in a moment.
One car.
Back at Kansas here, we're going to talk to our third place finisher, Cameron Dario. I don't see Cameron. On the so we'll go over to John. Cameron might be taking a second. We'll go over to John Hammond. John, you got me? What fantastic racing, at least from our point of view. Awesome action on the racetrack here. Give us a rundown here. How was the race panning out for you?
Thing I could have happened because I tried to go for it and I overdrove everything trying to get the lead. And because I got to win, I'm down 66 points going in with 3 to go counting this race. So I said I got to try to win. So I was pushing too hard the second stint. I think my tires were almost down to 40%. So the third stint, I just took care of my tires. The Kobe incident where he turned out of pit road, fake pit or whatever he was doing, I just took fuel there and saved that set of tires because I knew there was going to be a caution, and it worked out great. I think I had the best car coming in before those last couple cautions when I was chasing Cam and Day down, I think it was. I had the better car. I was going to get him if it stayed green. I wish it would have stayed green, but it's still a good night for me. Man, I'm happy to be second. Played a little strategy there, and I said I'm going to be aggressive as hell, and I was.
Absolutely love the flip of the switch, the aggressiveness that you've turned up these last couple weeks in the races, and something you mentioned to us throughout the start. Very early on, you were very, I wouldn't say relaxed, but kind of gave way a lot, benefit of the doubt kind of stuff, and it looks like you just had enough. And sometimes we got to get to that point where enough's enough, and we're just going to take all, not wreck guys, but, I mean, you said, be more aggressive.
I just decided a couple weeks ago that I'm just going to run. I run people like they run me. But I'm going to run you hard. I don't care who it is. I'm going to pinch you. I feel I can do that. I'm at that skill level, but I'm not obviously good enough to win yet, but I'm getting there. But I'm good enough to race people hard, and I'm going to keep doing it. And if it keeps getting me results like this, it's just going to keep on coming.
And we definitely seen it. We've seen you work your way up from finishing towards the back, the middle, and now getting top 5s, top 10s on almost a regular basis there. And it's getting to the point where you're about to get some wins.
I need that one. I need it in the next 2 races, Joe. We need a win in the next 2 races.
I'm definitely rooting for you on that one. It'll be very exciting. Kansas not really chewing up tires, at least as much as it looked from our point of view. A lot of guys running the high line. What was your preferred race line on the racetrack? How did it feel better for you?
My preferred line was where a car wasn't. The top worked, the middle worked, and the bottom worked. So, but from experience from people talking in the past, the high line's the fast line, the low line is slower, but the low line saves tires, the high line eats them up. Well, that wasn't the case tonight because the high lines maintain your tires, the low line, it didn't matter. It evenly ran. If you burned them up in the first 10, 15 laps, you were screwed. I think that's what happened to me. If you baby them in the first 10 to 15 laps, they last a long time. But if you burn them up quick, it's over.
And I absolutely noticed that. It's something we touched on earlier, that the high line will destroy tires, and we noticed that as well as a lot of guys, you as well, running the top and able to just stay up there a good portion of the run. Tell me about the stage breaks, something we're kind of looking into switching next season, but these dual stage breaks. They're kind of helping us out with strategy. What do you think that's going to come into play for these next few races you got?
I need points. If I can't get a win, if I don't think I can get a win, like tonight, I was gonna go for points, stage wins or stage high points, and then just take my medicine and hopefully point my way in. But I gotta win now, so I either gotta do the strategy, save set of tires, and hope there's a late caution. A lot of hoping, a lot of I don't know. We'll see. We're just gonna keep doing what I do, just race hard and see how they fall.
Little bit of luck never hurts us. We look forward to next week. Coming up in the schedule, we're at Kansas. We're actually doing the All-Star race next week at the LA Coliseum. So a little break for everybody. Maybe a little bit of guys to get a little bit something on that guy they don't like. What are your thoughts for the LA Coliseum? A little break in between the race.
It's going to be fun. It's a non-point race. We're going to have fun with it. We decided we're going to set up the race as a heat racing. So it's a small track. Obviously, we're going to do maybe 2, 3, maybe even 4 heats, depending on how many people show up, and have a final guys make the stage.
I think a great break there just before the playoffs. Some guys on nerves, some guys definitely locked in. But great finish for you. We're looking forward to see how you do rest of the playoffs after next week. Give us your shout-outs.
Shout out to, everybody in the league, all the admins, all the racers, stuff like that. Definitely you, Joe. I want to give the biggest shout out, man. You take the time out of your day to do these. You're constantly updating the thumbnails, stuff like that, and you put on a great broadcast. So keep up the good work. That's the biggest shout out.
Hey, I appreciate it. You guys make it easy for me. I call what I see, and it's been a blast so far. But we'll see you next week for some exciting, I guess, clash racing there.
Oh, yeah.
John Hammond there, our second place finisher. I saw Cameron there in the room for a second. I was about to pull him up, but he disappeared on me. Somebody tell Cam to come back, because I definitely want to talk to him. I did not forget about him. I noticed him in there in the room, unless he's got something important to do. I know family's a big thing, and that's understandable. So we'll jump to Jason Day in the meantime. Jason Day, this is Joseph in the booth. You got me?
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, Jason, what a absolute. I mean, it's like it never stops. The last few races have just been absolutely nuts. The race at North Wilkesboro was insane. A little bit of bad luck last week there, running up in the top 3 and just kind of getting muscled out of the way with an absolute bounce back win this week. Tell me about that motivation. A lot of times that gets us down. You kept your head down and went to the top. Tell me about your day here.
Well, if you're going to tell me I was going to win at Kansas, I would say you're a liar, because this is not one of my better tracks. But yeah, last week was pretty frustrating. I like the short tracks. I thought I had a good chance. Probably couldn't have beat Andrew there, even though he ended up not winning either. But yeah, it was pretty disappointed last week. So I did have some motivation this week. I didn't really practice, but I did a little studying on tire wear stuff, and I just took it easy, and I took a gamble. I didn't take tires the first stop, and I had an extra set for later, and it worked in my favor. And it just track position, and get out in clean air, and I was able to hold off on a couple green white checkers. So kind of scary trying to do all those restarts, but it worked out in my favor, and I was able to. Luckily, there was good battles for second, third, fourth spot that was able to keep them away from me.
I mean, it seemed like it just never stopped. There was always somebody fighting with somebody, sometimes 3 wide, a group of guys. There's a lot of door rubbing there. Your car looks fairly clean there. It looks like you stayed away from a good portion of the melee. Kansas, from what we could see, the track was really cool, as we saw in the temperature. John mentioned you could rip the top all day as long as you didn't really kill the tire. What was your thoughts about the racing surface? Was it really good to the car today?
I thought it was great. I found the guys that were ripping the top, other than Colby, because it seemed like his tires just don't wear out. I don't know what he does, but he could run the top the whole day long and just not slow down. But I ran really conservative. I ran the bottom majority of the race, and I used the top just to make a few passes or to hold off a guy that like later in the race there. But I stayed at the bottom just to keep the tires cool, and I was after second stage at the beginning of the second or end of second stage, I had as much wear on one set of tires through those two stages as some of the guys did on brand new set in the second stage. So it paid off to stay on the bottom for sure.
Definitely a different take there, as we did notice you and a couple other guys just being a bottom feeder today, and it definitely works out. Different driving styles that work there, and definitely giving us a look there. You mentioned the restarts. Something I experienced for the first time in my racing time on iRacing. You see that you're coming off four. You're seeing the white flag. I mean, it's right there. You can almost grab it, and you get a caution. It's almost defeating. When I experienced it the first time last year while racing, it was almost defeating. But how do you overcome that? You're still in first, but there's a massive pack of hounds behind you. What is going through your mind to get this win?
Yeah, that was a little bit frustrating. I literally was probably 3 or 4 car lengths, maybe a little further than that, but still right from I could see the start finish line from where it happened, and yeah, I was a little frustrated, but I felt like I was pretty good to getting the jump on the restart, and if the guys could get side by side behind me, I knew I was okay for that one lap, and felt pretty confident about it. It's just I know John was coming. He had saved his tires a bit, and Cam was always aggressive on restarts. He's super good on restarts. So that's who worried me the most was Cam. He's just so good on restarts.
Awesome. Good job to keep your head down. A little bit of hope there, and it kind of panned out. As you mentioned, the cautions kind of fell into place, saving a set there with Robert and I believe Rayburn as well. The flip side is you kind of finish a race with a set of tires, and it works out the other way sometimes. Give me some insight about the stage racing there. Kind of helps us with some strategy. We don't get the full length green to green races quite as often anymore. We do get the long run at this stage, but not quite the same. What's your take on the stage breaks? Do you think it's a good thing? Does it help you with some strategy?
I think it's a better. I think it's better for a racing product to broadcast because, in my opinion, fan wise, as a racing fan, I like it because it bunches the field back up. It plays for a little strategy. Um, I'm probably not the guy who's going to win a race that goes green from start to finish over 150 laps. And if something does happen, you get doored or you get out of the groove or you hit the wall, whether it's your fault or not, like, and it stays green, you're not getting back in that race. There's just no way you're getting back. You lose too much track time. You can't make that up. So I like the stages for that thing. I like having the longer run at the end. But there's some strategy. I mean, it can burn you. Like you said, you can do the right strategy and be lucky, or you can do the right strategy, think it's the right strategy and get burned on it. So if that's happened to me before, and tonight it just worked in my favor. But yeah, for me, this longer racing NASCAR stuff, I do like the stages. I think it makes for a better product. I think it makes for a better product to broadcast. It gives you something to talk about instead of a guy that has a 25-second lead through a green flag run. There's nothing really to talk about. So I think it's a better product for a series and for a broadcast point of view.
I got to agree there from a fan or a broadcaster, or a race commentator standpoint. The restarts are absolutely nuts for a good portion of the stage. It's been an exciting season so far, and you've with this win effectively locked yourself into the playoffs. With the race, the second part of this season, this preseason, if you will, dwindling down. What weight that you bared is lifted? How can you put that into words? That you're essentially in and can just kind of get some playoff points and build that buffer a little bit.
Oh, well, it feels pretty good because there was a lot of winners this year, and it was frustrating because if you look at actual season points, I was sitting fourth in season points, but yet I was 10th because of all the guys who had wins in the playoffs. So I was close to being out of the playoffs, yet I was fourth in actual season points. So it's a bit frustrating that way. Um, I'm not a big fan of the win if you're in type thing. I love stages, but I'm not a big fan of win if you're in. I think it still should be based on points. Maybe win should give you bonus points, but um, anyway, it's here nor there. But yeah, definitely a lot of weight lifted after some of the bad luck and just some I don't know, putting anybody not sometimes it just happens, but been some contact this year that it didn't make me too happy. So um, it is what it is. But I'm glad to have that off now, and I can relax and go through the next 2 races and just try to get a couple more wins to get some more bonus points for the playoffs.
I think you definitely dodged a really stressor there. Unlike the rest of these guys who are on the bubble or need a win with Bristol and Indy coming up after this next week. But this next week we take a break, do an all-star race at the LA Coliseum. Maybe some time for those guys to settle their differences, if you will. A little bit of a fun time there at the LA Coliseum. What's your take on that one?
I absolutely love the Coliseum. Not necessarily the best racing. It's a lot of fun to drive with the right car. I haven't done the next gen there yet. I've done a lot of late model, super late model stuff there, but it'll be interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I do enjoy that track. It's just tough to pass. There's going to be a lot of yellow, so be prepared to do a lot of talking.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be some interesting racing. Lots of contact for sure. If it's Bristol, something to tell. Bristol's after the LA Coliseum, so a big, I think a big stress reliever on that one is that can get kind of dicey. But your day today at Kansas, finishing on the top of the charts there in P1. Give us some shout outs here. Who do you want to thank for this win?
Well, first of all, thanks to you for putting on the broadcast and always doing a great job, other than your mic once in a while, but nothing
Yeah.
you can do about that. But
We'll work it out.
hopefully we'll get you a new mic here eventually. Thanks for always doing that. Thanks to everybody at ChopShop, to all the admins for keeping the series going. I wish I could race all the other nights because I really do love this league. All the guys are great to deal with. It's laid back but yet competitive, so that's what I love about it. Everybody gets along well, so it's a great league. So thanks to everybody that does that. Thanks to MyThreeSons for sponsoring the series, and thanks to all my teams at Five Kings Motorsports and all our sponsors: Elite Performance Industries, Sabat Kicker, True Sim Productions, Savage Edge Apparel, BAM Racing Videos, and USA Firearms. And thanks to anybody that comes and watches the races and cheers us on. And maybe I got one or two fans out there. Hard to say, but I got a pretty flashy race car, so maybe the kids like it.
I like it. It's got a good style. I dig that fishnet look. I mean, it's the only downside is it's a Chevy, so maybe we can talk about that later. But a great win. Jason Day takes the top of the charts. We'll look forward to seeing the probably craziness at the Coliseum, and then some good short track racing at Bristol after that.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll see you next weekend.
Jason Day with a great win here at Kansas. I don't see Cameron there. I guess he had something to do. I saw him for a split second, and then he disappeared on me. So it sounds like he had something to do, probably to take care of the family, and I can understand that. Family's important. But Day will take the helm here. Once again, he wins at Kansas. This is a fantastic racetrack. I cannot get over the filter. I'm so sick of seeing the washed out look of iRacing. I had to look one up, and I'm like, I got tired of this washed out, bleached out look. This really, I mean, it looks so good. It just makes the colors really pop. It's a deep, vibrant to everything. It's not overdone, at least in my opinion. I hope everybody else likes it. I'm sure everybody's done with that washed out look racing has. But this looks awesome. I hope it was a great visual aid look to the race there. Apologize for all the hiccups and stuttering. I've definitely been off my game today. I guess it's been a weird day, or a weird one this time, but we'll drive on. Race was fantastic, absolutely fantastic as always. It's heating up. Coliseum, Bristol, and then Talladega to finish it off. A complete wrench in the system, because Talladega's a free fall to me. Anybody can win that. Just got to survive. It's all about surviving. A little bit of luck going your way, and you might win your way into the playoffs. A latch-ditch effort for those who really need to win or are on the bubble. But Day takes the win here at Kansas. Hammond in second, Dario in third. Rayburn fighting Dario all the way to the line there, just so loose at the bottom, couldn't really get a handle on it. But a great top five for Brian Rayburn. Finally gets a great finish, and he deserves it. Delgado in fifth. Hayden Malcolm also getting a great finish there in sixth. Roberts in seventh. Burke in eighth after that spin late in the race. A good bounce back for him. Dacuna, another top 10 finish for Devin Dacuna, getting better as always. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's been a blast there, and I'm glad they trust me to do this here. but I appreciate it, Sherry. Dakuna in 9th, Retchkin in 10th there with some good front-end damage, showing that it did not slow him down. Craig Jr. in 11th, missing a lot of the carnage. He got a little bit of piece of car tongue, but it doesn't look like it was too bad. Culver there finishing in 12th. Bit of adversity in the early goings in the race, but Team No Quit, they're just not giving up. They're good, finish in 12th. Hartung with some definitely bad luck here. It looks like got into some really major accidents in 13th, finishing in 13th. Caffrey looks like he had a charge or a chance to finish good. Late caution really cost him. I think he really used up his tires and could not hold them guys off. Biggert also in a big wreck there in 15th. Ross there in 16th off the racing surface, getting a DNF. Just a massive wreck there about late to the race. So we move on there. Stryker, we saw his wreck completely destroyed the right front. Kolblinet's part of that same wreck. As we look towards the end, Church pulling off pit road. I guess something went on. I didn't quite see if he had a lot of damage. The fender was kind of crinkled, but I guess something going on there. Coulter was just a little confusing there, going into the road course portion of the track. Something up. I'm sure the Edmonds will chat about. Maybe something really happened and he had to stop immediately or something. Ryan went in 21st, and Stefan Salas just absolute horrible luck there. Wrecked really early on in the race. Could not continue in 22nd. But I appreciate everybody racing, everybody tuning in to the race, everybody who's going to watch. Please hit that like button, the thumbs up. Share the stream to everybody. Share it to all the different Discords you're in. Share it to family. Just spread the league. These guys put on a heck of a show. They put their time in. There's a lot of adversity. A lot of I just noticed there's a groove going to the apron, coming from the backstretch. That's interesting. That must be part of the road course. That's interesting. But these guys putting a lot of action here on the racetrack and making this. It was a little dicey today from my end, but I call what they put on, and it's been fantastic. But that's gonna be it for us at ChopShop TV. Please send a like, share the stream. We all appreciate it. The Edmonds appreciate it. Share some exposure, and we'll see you next week. Before I forget, we got Gen 4 on Sundays. Dirt's on Monday. We're working on a Super Speedways series for Wednesday. Super Speedways only. Dega, Daytona, iRacing Super Speedway. I'm pretty sure Atlanta's on there because it's basically a Super Speedway. So tell everybody you know. Everybody loves Super Speedways. Anybody can win that if you can hack it. I'm personally tired of Super Speedways. I don't like them. But a lot of people do. And we got a lot of spots open. There's like, I think 10 guys registered. I know we can get more than that. So let everybody know. Everybody likes it. Wednesdays, not Wednesdays, Saturdays. Saturday evenings, Super Speedway Racing. So we can spend it racing with us there. Wednesdays is on hiatus right now. We'll be returned for the GT3 series here in a few months. And then we'll be back at it next week on Friday for the LA Coliseum. That's going to be a show. Don't miss it. That's it for me. We'll see you guys next time.